while he still has shields. So he can take 10 hits and just suck up all the damage. But Marauders, well, Marauders do 20 versus Armored, but all these Marines are going to be doing less than 10 damage. So the Immortal's not going to be doing as much good against the Bio Army. That's why they're so good against tanks. I mean, your tank hits you for 50 damage, and you only take 10. It's just ridiculous. They're tank killing units, but not as good against Bio. It's good to have one around, I guess, just in case. But the Marauders and Marines are going to be able to take them out pretty quickly. Anyway, yes, so it looks like RedAlert's going to sneak. Oh, oh, never mind. I thought these rocks were not there. Never mind. He's just going around to check things out there. But this is a good spot, though. Let's see if he can see what's going on over here. No, he can't really see anything there. Never mind. I'm tripping. I thought maybe he could spy over the edge and see the army, but he's not really close enough there. Anyway, so RedAlert just kind of building up his forces here. Hopefully we're going to see some... Yes, we are. So he's using the factory to get a reactor, and he's going to plant the starport on that reactor and start putting out medevac dropships. And that is when RedAlert gets real, is when he gets those medevacs out. And here's that Colossus that I was hoping for. That is going to be able to do a lot of... Once you get a few Colossi out, and he's getting the Thermal Lance upgrade as well, once you get a few Colossi out, they just own Bio Army so hard. It is disgusting. And then you start needing to get out... Let's see if he's going to go for Vikings, actually. Yep. Okay, so he's going to get Vikings out first. I think he might have seen that Colossus when he sent his SCV in there to get a glimpse at the army composition. You need some Vikings overhead to take out the Colossi, basically. He's got 2 Colossi. He's got a substantial ground army. It looks like he's going to move out now and just try and maneuver around the map. I don't know if he's going to go for a full frontal attack. There's a few units down here in the corner. I'm not sure what exactly they're doing except dying. Maybe forcing that force field. Here he comes in. Is he going to go for a full attack, or is he going to fall back? And here he comes. The thermal lances are upgraded, so he's able to move in and get the superior range, way out of range of those units. And now here come the Vikings. A little bit too late, though. Ouch! Oh man, the Vikings coming a little bit too late, and most of RedAlert's army gets destroyed. He's having to fall back, but not pressing the attack for some reason. OpTiKzErO's falling back. I guess he feels he doesn't have quite enough units to deal with this. Here come those Vikings. No, the Vikings have a superior range to the Stalkers, so they can get in and destroy. And this is what he's doing: is he's just running in, taking pot shots at those Colossi, trying to pick them off. The Stalkers need to be far in front to attack them in order to make sure that he doesn't lose his Colossi. Battle going on in the front as well. Marauders trying to engage that. We could see RedAlert go down here very quickly if he doesn't do something to take out those Colossi. SCVs coming off the line. They're absolutely useless against those Colossi. Actually, they do manage to get a little bit of distraction from the Stalkers in time for extra Vikings to come out and own those Colossi. He's having to land the Vikings, though, without very many ground forces. Lift them back up again to fall back. And here they come. He might have to land them again. Yeah, he's going to have to land them again to try and fight off these Stalkers. OpTiKzErO just pumping units towards RedAlert's front line. And RedAlert barely with landed Vikings managing to fight that off. He's got several Vikings now, though. A couple of them are pretty badly damaged, though. So he needs to either repair those or get a few more. And probably going to put out some medevacs as well. Yes, there's the medevacs. 3 medevacs coming out. And so that's going to be able to support his Bio Army a lot better that he's putting out now. He really needed a couple medevacs above that army. If he'd had a few medevacs before, it would have been so much better. You know, he barely hold out with those couple Marauders, and if he had the medevacs above, it would have been a lot better. I mean, at the very least, it would have forced OpTiKzErO to focus fire the medevacs. That kind of thing. So this SCV is still up here, and well, maybe it was a different SCV actually. He's going to be able to spot that OpTiKzErO is killing off these rocks and is going to try and get into expansion. I like this factory over here, spotting this high yield to see if he takes that. I think RedAlert needs to think about getting his own expansion up pretty quick here. Pretty soon he needs to get a new base. He already killed off these rocks to get this base. Anyway, so here's massive medevac MMM army with some Vikings above as well. MMMV, I guess. Army is now going to have to deal with this massive Stalker Zealot army with 1 Colossus, 2 Colossus, I'm sorry, and some more Zealots coming in as well. Here comes the attack. The Vikings going in. They're going to own those Colossus really bad, very quickly. The first Colossus goes down very quickly. all the medevacs are healing now. They're going to be able to do a lot better against those Vikings, but the Vikings coming in here landing on top of the Stalkers for some reason. Now that they've dealt with the Colossi, loses all the Vikings. I think they would have been a little bit better off just falling back. And here he comes in with just a huge attack force. Stim wears off, but it's too late. Massive, massive damage done. And where's that extra command center? I guess he's just pumping out so many units. He knows that he's putting a lot of pressure on him. He can't really afford to produce another command center. He might just now, though. It looks like he might have saved up for it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. But yeah, either way, just is really just low on units, and OpTiKzErO is putting so much pressure on him that he knows he needs to keep an army up. But OpTiKzErO is letting up the pressure a little bit here now. I think he should have waited for like 4 Colossi instead of excuse me, instead of just the 2. I know he was trying to put some pressure on there, but I really think he should have waited. The factory's been pulled back. I don't know if I didn't see if that got some hits on it or something like that. Anyway, RedAlert sees that the expansion has gone up. He's put up his own expansion. He's actually moving out a little bit here. We'll see if he's going to go for a frontal attack, a counterattack. I don't know if he quite has enough, though. There's a lot of sentries there, a lot of zealots as well. He's using the concussive shells to slow them down, but force field stopped them in place. He's going, but where are the Colossi? The Colossi have been killed off by the Vikings. It didn't even have a yeah, he had one at the beginning. No extra Colossi coming in, and wow, massive damage done there. And this time, instead of trading armies, RedAlert comes out ahead with most of his army and reinforcements to boot. This next attack could be the killer unless he gets out. He needs like 2 Colossi, like right now, basically. Templar Archives going up. Some Storm would be very, very good, but it might be a little bit too late at this point. Because it's going to be a good 3 or 4 minutes before he's got Storms available to him, and he doesn't have any Colossi coming out in the meantime, which he needs. He needs something to deal with the massive bio there. He has nothing. The Vikings are there. Even if there was 1 Colossus or 2, those Vikings could clean them up pretty quickly. And it looks like RedAlert, is he going to go for the frontal assault, or is he going to go for the expansion? OpTiKzErO on the high ground trying to protect his expansion as RedAlert waltzes right into Mordor, into into his natural expansion. He's running down the ramp, but without the support units, he just doesn't have the firepower. RedAlert has so much more, and OpTiKzErO leaves the game. So GG, very nice game. OpTiKzErO played very well actually, and almost broke RedAlert a couple times here at the front. And RedAlert playing a little bit thin off just the 2 bases for a while, but was able to put out just a ton of bio there. Underneath some dropships and Vikings, and just with a perfect counter of army composition. Well, not a perfect counter, I guess. They're pretty even, but with the Vikings above to take out the Colossi, his bio army was able to do a lot better. He could have, well, never mind. I was going to say he could have maybe tried to pick those off and preserve his bio army, but you still need to engage, otherwise the Stalkers pick off the Vikings. So it's kind of a just a general unit composition, army composition battle, and it's hard to make that balance. But RedAlert comes out ahead with, I think, a little bit superior macro towards the end as well. OpTiKzErO just was not putting out a lot of units there towards the end. His economy was pretty low. He had mined out his main. Both had mined out their mains pretty much. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Thanks very much for watching, and of course, look out for more pretty soon. Take care. GG.